Alright, today's day consisted of 6 sets of 4 repetition pause squats, followed by 3 sets of 3 pause deadlifts. And what I decided to do in this video is put the deadlifts first, because the deadlifts are actually more interesting to watch in my opinion. The squats are boring, the weight is not very high, and it's not very impressive at all. So why not put the cool stuff at the front? So pause deadlifts with 365, and actually this is 375 pounds. When I was editing this on my iPhone, I actually put the wrong weight, because after I did the math I was like, holy shit, that's 375. That's kind of cool. And this is actually 395, so pleasantly surprised. This is harder, heavier than I thought it was. That means I'm actually stronger than I think I am, which is kind of nice. Kind of taking my time. I'm still trying to figure out the form on this thing, and to be totally honest, with this workout I was a little bit distracted with trying to do the recordings and some other projects I got coming down the pipeline for some other video ideas that I have. But this is a pretty challenging set. I'm trying to find a way to shift my body weight back, and another thing that fucks with my head is the, what do you call it? It's the here's my DSLR, much better quality right here. Is the angle of my garage, because the garage angles downwards slightly, so it kind of annoys me. There are certain patches in the garage that fuck with my position because of my ankles, because it points downwards. Anyways, here's 365, 385. Actually, 395 felt too heavy. 375 felt much better. And what I decided to do was, you know what? It didn't feel like it was enough volume, so I decided to do a little bit of touch and go deadlift and mess around with this. I felt pretty strong and very accomplished after this. I'll tell you, my lower back was pretty fried after this. Didn't hurt, but it felt pretty good. Alright, so pause squats. Damn, this fucking squat session took me a hell of a long time. I'll tell you right now. It's probably one of my worst squat sessions I've ever had. I was so stiff, I was so tight. It took me forever to get the bar in the right spot in my back. It was fucking horrible. So 245 pounds is really light, but 245 pounds can be really heavy if you good morning the squat. So, and that's my biggest problem. I tend to good morning the squat at initiation instead of going straight down. One of the advantages of having about 345 or more on the barbell, what ends up happening is that it just goes straight down, and you can't really go as far forward. I mean, I guess you can if you really forced it, but 6 sets of 4. I really like this amount of volume, this amount of sets. It allows me to take my time and just really focus on really working on my technique. I really think that I'm kind of pausing longer than I should. It might be the approach. I mean, if you leave a comment, let me know if I'm pausing the right amount of time. I guess it just kind of depends on what you're training for, but I don't know. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm getting the right position. And then I wonder if I do 7 sets, because I actually forget how many I do. I'm supposed to do 6 sets of 4 repetitions. And as I do this set, I start to feel a little bit better. That one I didn't even pause. There you go. Just again, I had another great session. I had a little bit of mild knee pain, but this time on my right knee, not my left knee, which is kind of nice. Pain is never really a good thing. However, it's great when it's not the problem side, in my opinion, for the way I lift at least. Here's 255. And when I did my heavy day earlier this week, I did, I think, 265 and 275 for sets of 6. So I really feel that my weaker side, which is my right glute, is catching up with my left, because I'm taking the time to really build this up and not try to rush and lift more weight than necessary for my balancing of my body. And so I decided to be a little bit ambitious and go 375. I feel a little bit more confident. It took me like a freaking hour and 15 minutes to do this session. Did like 5 or 6 warm-up sets. But overall, I'm pretty proud of myself. I freaking got through it. I almost quit because I was so frustrated with how tight I was. So it just goes to show that, a squat session can be a really long time for me. I guess it's going to be different for each person. If you're the type of person that can get warm and loosened up really easily, man, I wish I were you, I'll tell you that, because the problem I have is essentially flexibility. But I'll keep working on it. I like squatting twice a week. I'm really starting to feel that I need to squat more often, just so that I can get the flexibility and maintain my flexibility. And that just means like squatting with like 135 pounds on the bar, maybe 185 pounds on the bar, for 3 sets of 8 or something like that every day, just so that I can stay flexible. Anyways, if you like this video, please click like. If you are not already a subscriber, please subscribe. Take a look at my other videos that I have here. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. Got some cool videos coming up, and hope that you get to see them. So, thanks for watching.